Hi viewers, consider this situation. You are going to die and you have been asked to give a lecture, and that lecture is considered as the last lecture of your life. So this book is all about that. Name of the book is The Last Lecture, and the author is Professor Randy Posch.
Yeah. So actually, Randy Posch has a terminal cancer, terminal pancreatic cancer, and he knew that he has very few months to live, and he's been asked to give a lecture, last lecture basically, and this lecture is being recorded. You can find it online, and that lecture is converted into the book. This is the last lecture. Okay. So it's a nice book, and it tells everything about Randy Posch's life, and it is divided into small stories, and each story has a title and a learning. Okay. So and it's very it's great stories you can find, and you don't have to start this book from first page. You can start it from 15. You can start it from 60 number. You can start from any story. Okay, and it will make sense. You don't have to know what happened previously or what happened afterwards. Okay, so there is a great advice in each story.
Right. All stories are simple to understand. We may find that these are day-to-day ordinary stories. Okay, but at the end of the chapter, you will come to know the extraordinary learning from that.
Yeah.
Each story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of a autobiography of Randy Posch, but it is as much as his story. In the same way, it is our story also.
Yeah. So you can basically relate every story with your life.
Right. So there are small stories like delivery of his first boy, and it is described in such a way that it is really amazing. And at the end, he connects it to some kind of learning, which is really interesting, which you have to read again in the book.
Yeah, there is a story. He paints the walls of his room. Okay, so basically, we have done it, right? So, and he also there also he has some logic why he done that and why he want those things like exactly like that. Okay.
He is a highly logical person.
Yeah, even when he paints that room, he has some particular dreams and mindset, and he paints that room with those things in his mind.
When he was 8 years old, and that now he is converting into some kind of learning out of it.
Yeah,
and it makes sense. Nothing is senseless. Everything makes sense.
Yeah, and it has
the book.
And basically, he also what he have done in this book is he also have thanked all the people who have helped him throughout the life, and he also have thanked his students who have made him better, and he also
wants to convey some message to his kids also.
Yeah,
he is not going to be around because
he's not going to be around. So he have all those stories are basically are the lesson for his children.
Kids.
Yeah. And
for that, I would like to read this one. Okay, he has said it very rightly. I wanted to say this one. This one, like, okay, the whole book we can imagine what he is trying to say. I was trying to put myself in a bottle that would one day wash up on the beach for my children. If I were a painter, I would have painted for them. If I were a musician, I would have composed music. But I am a lecturer, so I lecture. So through this lecture, he is trying to be around with his kids.
Yeah. And basically he loves his family very much. Right. Okay, you will find it in this book that he loves his family very much.
And again, we might have heard a lot of things about time management. Okay, but the way in which author is explaining time management, it is really interesting to see. And right.
Yeah, and basically best part of this book is you will hear about his terminal pancreatic cancer only once. That too only in first lecture. First lesson or first story. And after that he will never mention about it. Okay, so you will never find us, means he is not getting any sympathy from you. Okay, actually.
So as tradition, we should read out some lines to the viewers so that they can know.
So this is line from Captain Kirk. If you know Captain Kirk from the Star Trek. Okay, he was his hero. He was childhood hero. And he have given he autographed a photo and he sent it to him, and
when he come to know that he's going to die, he sends a photograph because they met for 3 hours some time back, and he sent that photograph
So this is what he quotes. I don't believe in no win scenario.
And again, so that time management chapter, I would like to he has sum up that chapter with this line. Time is all you have, and you may find one day that you have less than you think.
Yeah.
Right. Then again the other line, I will continue.
You should continue.
that is advice to the girls, out there. So the advice is really great advice. I think this is the first time I came across this kind of advice.
Basically,
when it
yeah, this will put good guys like us back on the market.
when it comes to men who are romantically interested in you, it's really simple. Just ignore everything they say and only pay attention to what they do.
Yeah.
So he's giving that advice to his girl child, who is just now 18 months old, and he says that when she grows up, she might
Basically,
require
it's
this.
daughter, girl, child.
Daughter.
Okay, this is one more line I'm going to read it to. Before this, you should know that he says that when you are trying to achieve something, you will always face some brick walls in the way.
Right.
So here is his comment for the brick walls. Most impenetrable brick walls are made of flesh.
Yeah.
Most impenetrable. Most impenetrable brick walls are made of flesh.
Okay. So again, this one more line about experience. Okay, which is kind of interesting again. Experience is what you get when you didn't get what you wanted.
Yeah. So we are getting experience.
Even if you don't get anything out of this video.
So if you are not
at least
getting videos, we are getting experience. That's what you are saying, right?
That's what. Yeah. The other one was, I think.
Yeah. This is my favorite one. What he says that if you have done something bad, okay, you should apologize properly.
Yeah.
Bad apology is like worst apology you will ever hear. So here is what he says. Bad apology is like rubbing salt in the wound.
So we should apologize to our viewers.
Yeah, we are very sorry if you have ever put any bad videos out there.
Okay. So this is not a half-hearted. Okay.
This is full-hearted
Full-hearted apology. So my recommendation is that those who are in the business of teaching, that this is must read. And then those who are in the managerial position, leadership position, there are some very interesting lessons throughout this book.
And those who are not, and who want to be, you should also read this book.
So actually, this for all, but must read for those who are in lecture and
Yeah,
this teaching
and
work.
if you ever are depressed or you need inspiration, just open any page and start reading it. It will give you inspiration and motivation you need.
So guys, this was our third book on our inspirational series review book.
Yeah.
On our Book Flame channel. Subscribe to it.
Watch
comment
us, share us.
View us.
Yeah. They are viewing us, right? Mostly.
Yes.